Oh, shut up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Whew. More Memphis. All right, what is this? This is Monday the 24th. So I'm covering what I've gotten watched from this weekend. It's been a busy ass weekend. It was SummerSlam weekend. You had, three big shows in the States that I know of on Saturday. You had NXT Takeover 30, which I'll be covering. Black Label Pro. Was it Erick Stevens Professional Wrestling, and then Black Label Pro did a We're Back show later on that evening. I'm probably going to cover all three of them on this. And then Sunday you had Beyond Wrestling's Use Sunscreen, Game Changer Wrestling's Jimmy Lloyd's Jersey Shore show, and SummerSlam. I'm a little behind. I know what happened on SummerSlam. I know what happened on the other two Sunday shows. I've not gotten to watch it. I saw part of the Game Changer Wrestling Priscilla Kelly versus Chris Dickinson match. Really good. But all right, we're going to start off with NXT Takeover 30. Good guy drink. You know what? I'm going to do something real quick. Because the last time I didn't think about this. Pull this damn tab off. All right, so this was, Saturday. That would have been, 22nd of August, 2020. Happened at Full Sail, of course. It blows my mind how even now, when NXT just not being as good as it once was, it's something's missing. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the crowd not being there or what. But the takeovers are still usually top to bottom, really good matches. So start off with Finn Balor taking on Timothy Thatcher in a long, fucking great match. Really good. A lot of Thatcher got to show what he's really, really good at. I remember back, what was it? It was a couple of years ago. You had Tim Thatcher, Biff Busick, who's now Oni Loken in NXT. I don't know why I was drawing a blank on that. And Drew Gulak were all wrestling the same style all over the Indies, and it was just badass. Finn ended up winning in a really, really good match. I mean, damn good match. All right, then we had a five-way ladder match at that, for the vacant NXT North American title, which Keith Lee just gave up recently because they weren't letting him hold two titles because, they're trying to hold Keith Lee down. Do not go barking. Come here. Come, Maggie. Come here. She'll come here when she wants to. So we have Damian Priest taking on Bronson Reed. Come here. Taking on Cameron Grimes, taking on Johnny Gargano and Velveteen Dream. All right, you're just going to sit up here with me. And stay. All right, Damian Priest, if you don't know, that's Punishment Martinez from Ring of Honor. Damn good wrestler. He ended up winning. The title. Bronson Reed, I've never seen before. I don't know where he came from. Cameron Grimes is Trevor. Was it Trevor? Yeah, Trevor Lee from TNA and PWG and CWF Mid Atlantic and all that. Johnny Gargano, of course, everybody knows. Velveteen Dream. People know what's going on there. I mean, come on. How many people got to accuse him of shit with, halfway decent proof without WWE actually doing anything? It's like, come on now. But, Damian Priest ended up winning. This was a long-ass match. And one thing I noticed is they just beat the living shit out of Velveteen Dream the entire match. He barely got any offense in. They just kind of, we got this really kick-ass spot we want to do where somebody's going to get really hurt. Velveteen, you're taking it. Fun match. Another good match. Then we get to probably the only, in my eyes, the worst match on the card. And it wasn't a horrible match considering what was going on. We got Adam Cole. Good wrestler. Really good wrestler taking on Pat McAfee. He plays football, I've been told. I don't watch football. I'm sorry, but I just don't watch football. Most boring-ass sport next to golf. Ugh. Cannot stand football, but match was way longer than it should have been. It went like 15, 16 minutes. Should have been a little... oh, God. Young Jamie Dundee. Look at this. That's old JC Ice. Yeah, look at that. Look how young he is. He got his little rat tail and everything. Woo! There's old Bill Dundee with his mullet. Sorry, I got distracted by Memphis. Cole, of course, wins. Skip it. That's the great thing about the WWE. That's the one thing I love about watching shows on WWE. I don't watch them live like their big events. I wait till they put them up on demand. And you can skip from match to match. So all the little gaga and the promo videos and all that shit, I didn't see a bit of that. I watched this 2.5 hour show in an hour and 50 minutes. Then we had a women's title match. Champion Io Shirai taking on Dakota Kai with Raquel Gonzalez is her backup bodyguard and stuff. Really good match. I had not seen Dakota Kai before she got hurt her knee and came back. Everything I've seen from her since then has been like really good. And Io Shirai is just badass. Really, really damn good match. And they gave it the right amount of length. 17 minutes. That's not a bad little length for a match. Then we got our main event, and this one, man, I wasn't happy. I was not happy. Huge Keith Lee fan. It's been 5 years this Friday before Labor Day. The Friday before Labor Day weekend when I met Keith Lee. He was out in Texas at the VIP wrestling show, and he was teaming up with Shane Taylor to take on Masada and Ray Rowe, who is he Erick in the War Raiders, Viking War, whatever the Viking tag team is in WWE. They used to be War Machine and Ring of Honor, so I know it's Ray Rowe and Hanson. I don't know what the fuck there's like Erick and Ivar, the one that's married to Sarah Logan, that guy. And these two, and Shane Taylor and Press Hell. Masada, fuck Masada. Just straight up fuck Masada, but go on. Get back to the match. So Keith Lee's defending. He's got the NXT title. He just won it recently, too. He's beat Adam Cole for it not too recently. He's taking on Karrion Kross, comes out with Scarlett Bordeaux. Scarlett comes out in this, like, skin-tight, like, pure latex suit. It's like, wow. That's impressive. You stay in very good shape. Karrion Kross is one of those guys that he's got the right look. He's decent in the ring, but there's something missing. I don't know what it is. Something about him I thought he's one of those where I would skip his matches unless there's somebody taking on that I really enjoy, and it's Keith Lee. So I'm like, okay, they're not going to have him beat Keith for the title. A little over 20 minutes later, Keith ain't got no belts. Heard he's getting called up to Raw. It's Monday, so that might happen tonight, but man, I was pissed. But, I mean, the only bad match on the card was Cole versus McAfee, and it wasn't horrible. I mean, it just was, compared to other celebrity matches, it was better than anything with, like, Jay Leno or Dennis Rodman or Karl Malone or any of that bullshit. I put it under, like, Lawrence Taylor and Stephen Amell, but above most celebrity matches. It wasn't horrible, The best match for me overall got to be the opening match. Finn Balor versus Timothy Thatcher, that was amazing. Overall, I gave the show a B+. It would have gotten in the A range if Keith hadn't lost the title. Now I'm still pissed about that. So we also got that same day. We had so many shows, and I did not see the pre-show. I'm gonna look and see what was on the pre-show. I'm sorry, I didn't even think about the pre-show. Hold on, my dumbass turned off the internet to the tablet. And while I'm waiting on this to load up here, I'm going to give some shout-outs to see. We're going to shout out, look up on here on YouTube, look up Highlander Wrestling Show. It's Brandon McBride's show, and he just does little history lessons on stuff. Great. Dude knows his history. He's one of your older fans. He's probably, I'm figuring I got about 10 years on him. He's one of the older fans, but he knows his history. He knows his history from even before he was born. Really nice guy. Go give him a shout. Go give him a watch. Of course, if you love indie wrestling like I do, go check out every Friday, King of Wrestling podcast. It's Around the Indies episode. I'm usually on there. We cover a bunch of stuff off IWTV plus some local indie stuff. Tuesdays, I always have an interview with somebody from the wrestling world. And then usually on Thursdays, it's an episode covering AEW, I think NXT. I got the pre-show pulled up. Let's see. Pre-show was Breezango versus Legado de Fatisma and Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan for whoever's going to be the number one tag contender. Okay. I didn't miss much. I mean, I can see Biff Music. Feels weird calling him Oni Lorcan. Okay. Black Label Pro. They did 2 shows on Saturday. I got both of them watched now, finally. First one was Black Label Pro. Erick Stevens presents professional wrestling. This is based around the comments he made on Twitter about character wrestlers and all this stuff. We start off with tag team match. We got Violence is Fair, which is Dominic Garrini and Kevin Koo taking on Alexander and Blake Christian. This was a great match. You got the high flyers with Zayn and Christian doing all the little flippy stuff and all that crazy stuff. And then you got Dominic Garrini and Kevin Koo just waylaying both these guys. So good. And it was the right length. It wasn't too long, but it wasn't too short. Next match, and this was a blast from the past match, we got AJ Gray, who, damn good wrestler. I've only been seeing him a lot just in the last few years. I've just gotten to where I've started seeing him a lot. Taking on Erick Royal, which is a name I've forgotten about. CWF Mid-Atlantic, Erick Royal. Not a really long match, and AJ Gray ends up winning. I forgot to say Violence for Everyone the first match, but damn good match. Then, for the IWTV Independent Wrestling title, champion Warhorse took on a very good professional wrestler, who is Dasher Hatfield without the mask. That's his new name. It worked. It was a fun-ass match. Man, I forgot how good Russell Dasher Hatfield was. This was really, really good. Warhorse, of course, was just his normal amazing self. I'm so glad that he worked somewhat locally for quite a while, so we got to see him, live before, and watch him put everything together. I can remember back, like, a couple of gimmicks ago on Warhorse, before he was, Warhorse name when he was around, he was the Littlest Viking, and then he was blah, 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 and then he was Jake Parnell, the Warhorse, and I've got a Warhorse button on one of my hats. I just got to figure out which hat it's on. Good match. Warhorse, of course, wins. I didn't see Warhorse losing his title. This is like his 30th defense, I think is what they said. Then we got Anthony Henry taking on Benjamin Carter. Man, Anthony Henry just waylaid the hell out of Benjamin Carter. This was stiff and brutal and a blast to watch. Benjamin Carter I'd never seen before. I just saw him on like a New Wave Pro. I think it was like Higher Ground 2 show. Damn good wrestler. He's in the best match of the night on that show. And this match was really, really fucking good. Henry ended up winning. Next one would be Isaias Velasquez taking on Alex Shelley. Oh man, Alex Shelley is so damn good. Why is Shelley never really... And yes, I know he had that little bit of an NXT travel. Why has Shelley never been like, he should have had at least some kind of world title run like TNA or something like that. Dude is so damn good. And Isaias ended up winning, but the match was so good I didn't care who won. It was just so good. Like another great show. Then we get, oh man, Lee Moriarty, who's a guy who's been growing on me. I've heard about him for a little bit, just started seeing him a lot recently, taking on Josh Alexander, and wow. These two beat the living fuck out of each other. And Lee Moriarty basically makes it where Josh can't use either one of his arms. This match of the night, pretty much. Then we get Tom Lawler taking on Bastard Cassidy, and find out like Bastard Cassidy has not had that many matches. It's okay. It's basically, Tom Lawler getting fed a sacrificial lamb. Yeah. It was kind of funny how Lawler comes out in the fucking cutoffs and then whoops them off to reveal he's got another pair on underneath him. That was kind of neat. Match was short enough. Then we get our main event, which is the BLP heavyweight title, which the champion is, of course, Erick Stevens. Erick Choo Choo Stevens. How many people out there will get why I'm calling him Choo Choo? Like, hardly nobody, I bet. But fuck it. Makes me laugh. Taking on Calvin Tatum. And Calvin Tatum is one of the guys that I've just started seeing recently. Dude is impressive. Imagine a guy that's kind of built like Kamala, but fights like wrestles like he's a mixture of Kawada and Masawa. It's just wow. And these two just beat the living shit out of each other for, I'm guessing, about 15 minutes, maybe 20. It was a long match. At the end, Tatum ends up winning. You're like, whoa! Really surprised. I'm like, wow, it shocked the shit out of me. Then, Jake something comes out, and he's got some kind of like Money in the Bank bullshit like thing. And ends up challenging Calvin Tatum into a match and beats him. Of course, because Tatum's all tired and wiped out and all that shit. And I was all excited because this is like Calvin Tatum's first match of Black Label Pro. He comes in his first match, gets a title shot, wins it. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, Tank Man. And then Jake something comes in and wins the fucking belt. And you're like, motherfucker. Excuse me. But another damn good show. I'm going to see, I'm going to say I'm not going to say what my match of the show is. Listen to this upcoming Friday on the King of Wrestling podcast around the Indies. I'll be on there, and you'll find out what my match of the night was. But my overall grade for the show, I mean, A-. There was not really a bad match on the show at all. Everything worked perfectly. Then we get our final show of the weekend for me. I know there was probably something else I just missed, but what I had access to. This is big Black Label Pros. We're Back, a wrestler story. Remember that whole movie? We're Back, a dinosaur story? Yeah. I didn't catch it through their parody either because I've never actually seen that movie. By the time that movie came out, I'm like, I'm not watching a lot of cartoons. I'm not going to theaters to see cartoons. That was 90s shit. I was going to theaters. I was seeing horror movies and stuff. I will point out that both these Black Label Pro shows, Jay Rose is the ring announcer. And I love how he just dances and gets into everybody's entrance music. It's great. It's great. It's great. The commentary team was Big Perk. I don't know who that is. And if you want to know about Big Perks, spelled that way, talk to the DiBiase family. They know about the perks. They know about both types of perks. You bastards. And Sarah something. And somebody pointed out that they're both loud and annoying. I was like, honestly, I don't. When I'm watching indie wrestling, a lot of times I'm not hearing the commentary. Like, it's on, I hear it, but I'm not like catching it because I'm watching the show. I don't know, I've kind of gotten where I tune out commentary when I watch wrestling. I don't know why. Unless somebody tells me, hey, watch this and pay attention to the commentary. All right, we start off with a no disqualification match, and it's going to be Joshua Bishop taking on Gary Jay. It's like, fuck yeah, Gary Jay starts to show off, and then they piss me off because Gary Jay loses. But good way to start the show. These two just beat the hell out of each other. Speaking of beating the hell out of somebody. Boom! Drop that elbow. Then we get, this match was great. You got Trey Miguel taking on Trey Lamar, so the crowd's chanting, both these Treys, both these Treys. Let's go, Trey. Let's go, Trey. And dudes gave a good match. I've heard the name Trey Lamar. I might have seen him once before, but it wasn't one of those people that just automatically clicked in my brain. This was really, really good. Like, really fucking good. Did I say Joshua Bishop defeated Gary Jay? I don't remember. Trey Miguel ended up beating Trey Lamar. Then we get the 4-way match, and this is the match where I'm going, okay, we've had some great wrestling. Now they're going to give us a little bit of comedy, and that's okay. So we start off, we got Cabana Man Dan coming out. Flip-flop chop. I love me some Cabana Man Dan. He can do comedy, he can do regular wrestling. Dude's just really good. I love him in New South Pro. That's where I know him from. Colin Delaney, Colin Delaney comes out, like, oh, damn, Colin Delaney actually figured out how to get over 200 pounds. I ain't seen him since he left, what was it, WWECW, I think it's the last time. I remember he was going around with the other guys, the tag team, the Olsen twins. The Man Scout, Jake Manning, of course. Then we get the new to me guy, Dan the Dad. Comes out with some cutoffs and got the glasses on, got the beard, got a cup of coffee. And this whole match, man, it's just goofy stuff after goofy stuff. There's a part where Dan the Dad's pissed off at somebody for something, so they're laying over it, and he takes the belt off and spanks them. Of course, Jake Manning being there, he brings the tent out, throws in the ring, they all go in the tent, and all kinds of crazy shit's happening in there. They sell the flip-flop chop like it's deadly. It was just a fun little comedy match. It's about 10 minutes. I understand a lot of people, this worked. It was about the middle, good way, because you just had two hard-hitting matches. Give everybody a little comedy, let everybody calm down, just laugh a little. It worked. I don't mind comedy matches from guys that can actually do comedy right. What I don't really like is when you take a comedy wrestler and put them in there with a serious wrestler, and it just doesn't work most of the time. All right, then we get a tag team title match. And somehow, on the last show, Calvin Tankman coming in, this is his first match in Black Label Pro. Well, the besties in the world, Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett, this is their first match in Black Label Pro, and they're taking on the champions, which is Ethan Page and Danhausen. Another damn good match, and of course, with Danhausen, you can get some comedy. He did the Davey Vega, they played Tequila, and he's wearing the little flowers on his hand, walks on the edge of the ring, keeps on kicking him. They did, Davey Vega said fuck and flipped off Danhausen. Danhausen flipped out on him. They did all the comedy stuff. Gave us a fairly long match, but showed how damn good Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett are. They ended up winning the titles. Up next, Effie taking on Gangrel the whole time. The whole gimmick behind this one was Effie wanted Gangrel to bite him so Effie could become a vampire. That was the whole gimmick. Whole match, he's constantly anytime Gangrel gets me call, he's offering up his neck. Just, bite my neck, all this shit. And finally, in the end, Effie suckers in Gangrel and gets the pin. Fun as hell. And Gangrel was like, I'm gonna be me. Oh, fucking Tennessee stud, Robert Fuller. Amazing guy. Just tall as fuck, too, in person. It's rare that I get to meet a wrestler and go, wow, gotta do this to talk to him. I had to do that with Robert Fuller. Robert Fuller's 6'9" or something crazy. What's next? After he ended up beating Gangrel. Oh, the Gangrel's lost a lot of weight. Gangrel got a little chunky. I mean, Gangrel's never been a small guy, but it was like bulk, not fat. And then he got kind of fat. Well, now he's not fat. Dude, Gangrel's back in shape. It was badass. Then we get our Black Label Pro heavyweight title defense, which is Jake Something taking on Chris Masters of all people. And Chris Masters came out and gave a damn good match. And Chris Masters, one of them guys that I know why now that you don't see him all over the place, because every time he's either married or engaged to a woman that's got a shit pile of money. He only wrestles when he wants to. Dude's a damn good wrestler. Really, really nice guy. Met him, that was 2013 probably. 12. No, 13. It'd be 2013. He came down to Wildcat for a show. He took on Buku Dao in a great match I wish they'd release. All right. Get a women's match, and this will be Alania Black up. Never seen before. Younger lady, probably, I guess, 20 to 25. Taking on Billy Starks, who, she's only 15. And girl can wrestle her ass off, and she took care of Alania Black really quick. Probably, honestly, wrestling-wise, probably the worst match on the card. Just because it went too quick. I don't know. Honestly, the time for this match could have been given to something else here, but hey. Billy Starks, still impressive. Alania Black, decent. Oh. Next match, this guy comes out. It looks like Amish Roadkill's little brother. It's called Levi Everett. Never heard of the guy before. He's got the churner and butter churn things, like churning the butter and all that shit. And then, of course, like I said, J. Rose dances the music. I hear it coming over the speakers. My baby. Talk about a low-down skinkadoo. I'm like, oh no, who's coming out the Fears Beef Baloney? I just started laughing. And J. Rose is dancing and like playing guitar. I'm like, yeah. It's this guy called Big Beef. Never seen him before, but a big beefy motherfucker. And he just beat the shit. He's beating up on Levi Everett. Levi comes back a little bit here and there. Mickey Knuckles comes out. I'm like, Mickey Knuckles? Wow, that's a name I ain't heard in forever, you know? She comes out and she's got a churn, or she might have been Levi's butter churner. I don't remember. Churner. And he freaks out over it, and that's how Big Beef gets the win. And then Mickey and Big Beef beat the fuck out of Levi Everett. But it was just great hearing Fear played on a pay-per-view. Especially Beef Baloney, which, just such a great song. Such a great song. Then we got our main event, and I didn't realize the show was almost over. Main event going to be for the BLP, Black Label Pro, baby. Midwest title. Kylie Ray defending her belt against Blake Christian. And somebody knows about Blake Christian. I noticed this on the earlier show. I think he wears a hearing aid on one of his ears. He has something coming out of his ear and goes around with a little box behind it. And when he's wrestling, he ain't wearing it. But these two just, oh man, this is a El Grande Pistolero. Holy shit, did you see the El Grande Pistolero? JC Ice, baby, taking on Uptown Bruno. Hair versus hair. Oh man, I would love to went to this show. This is probably North Mississippi. I apologize for jumping a little bit. This is VHS quality. But okay, Kylie Ray has just been impressing the shit out of me. Since she went to Impact, it's like, this girl is a damn good little wrestler who... This is what I expected the Bayley gimmick to be like when I heard about it. I saw it just wasn't what I was expecting. This was just so damn good. So we got Kylie Ray taking on Blake Christian. They fought, beat the shit out of each other, like tried everything they could. And Kylie finally pulls it out then and gets the win. And a really damn good match. Worst match is still Billy Starks taking on Alania Black, but this show was paced perfectly. I mean, you had two good opening, like kind of hard-hitting matches. And you got that little comedy match that was fun. Dan the Dad's a guy I'm going to be watching out for. Just entertaining as hell. The tag match, surprising that the belts changed and was really well done. Effie vs. Gangrel, good match. Jake Something vs. Chris Masters, damn good match. And then, you know, Big B versus Levi Everett, pretty good. And then we ended with this great Kylie Ray taking on Blake Christian. Another one, this would be probably about an A-. Just a really, really good show. Well, I think that's it for now. I'll be back in a day or two. I'll get SummerSlam and Game Changer and Beyond watch. I got Impact coming up. And there's Limitless. I'll be watching in Diamond Championship. Whatever doesn't get covered on here will get covered on the Friday episodes of Around the Indies, King of Wrestling Around the Indies. Maggie, come here, baby. Maggie, come here. Come here. Come here, babe. Come on. She got to stretch. Come on, Mags. Come here. People ask when you ain't on there, baby, so I got to put you on. Come on. You want to tell everybody something? Get right here. Get right here. Want to tell them something? Look over there. Look over there. No. Something fell, didn't it? What fell? Did you knock something over? All right, here. We'll get you up close. Maybe we'll get you up close. You want to tell them bye-bye? Tell them bye-bye.